Hey everyone, it's amazing to think about all the things we're already doing with AI, right? Like we can chat with it, get it to write emails, even compose music. But you know what? The world of AI, it's moving forward again and it's doing it fast.
Yeah.
We're entering this whole new era of reasoning models, and I think this is a big one.
Oh, absolutely. It really is a big shift. We've been used to AI reacting to what we ask it to do, but now we're talking about AI that actually thinks through problems. It
Mhm.
can strategize and it can solve problems and can even learn from what it's doing.
So instead of thinking about AI as this friend you chat with, it's more like working with a colleague. Like a very, very methodical colleague.
Exactly, yeah. It's like that really sharp person in the office that maybe doesn't talk so much, but when they do, everyone listens.
Yeah, they know their stuff.
And we've got these amazing models like there's O1 and Deepseek, and they really show off this change. But here's the thing, and this is what I thought was really funny in that all this material we looked at, a lot of people, I think, they try to use these new reasoning models the same way they use the old chatbots, and it just doesn't really work. They get frustrated.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening because it is a big change.
Yeah.
So how do we get our heads around this? How do we actually use these reasoning models in the way that they're supposed to be used?
Yeah, I think the key is really understanding that these models, they need to see the whole picture before they can do their thing, you
Yeah.
know? And there's a term for this. I saw this a lot. It's called the context first approach.
Context first. Okay, I like that. But let's unpack that a bit. When we say context, what exactly do we mean? What do these models need from us?
Okay, so think about it this way. You wouldn't walk into a kitchen and say to a chef, "Hey, I want a 5-course meal," and not tell them anything about what you like. You know, you wouldn't tell them about your allergies. You wouldn't.
Yeah, you got to give them the
You
ingredients.
got to give them the context. It's like, it's the same with these reasoning models. If you want to fix a bug, you don't just go to the model and say, "Hey, how do I fix this bug?" You need to explain the whole system. You need to talk about how the bug is behaving, talk about the code base, everything. Give it the whole picture.
So we stop fixating on the how, and instead we focus on the what. So we're saying, this is the objective, this is what I want to achieve, and we let the model figure out the best way to get there.
Exactly. It's like, here's the goal. Now you're the expert. Figure it out.
Mhm.
And there's this framework that I saw a few times. It's called CLEAR, and it stands for context, limitations, expected output, assumptions, and requirements.
Yeah. Okay.
So by telling the AI all of these things right up front, we're giving it everything it needs to be successful.
I see. So it's like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy. It's like giving a really, really good brief to a team before they start on a project.
Yeah.
Like you said, give them all the information up front, the limitations, what you want to achieve, and then you can step back.
Yeah.
And is this where this whole idea of depth over speed comes in? Because I've been seeing that phrase a lot too.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's one of the most interesting things about how AI is evolving. We're kind of moving away from these instant responses.
Yeah.
We're used to, especially with the chatbots, getting answers right away, but now we're saying, okay, it's better to wait and get a more complete answer, a more thorough
It's
analysis.
like, okay, we're not looking for the quick answer. We're looking for the really well thought out answer.
Right. So we're kind of prioritizing, I guess you could say, deep and well-considered solutions, even if that means we have to wait a little bit longer.
I like that. It reminds me of, it's like the difference between doing a quick Google search and really digging into a research paper.
Right.
Google will give you a quick answer, but the research paper, it's going to give you a much richer, more nuanced understanding. So if we think about this, what does this mean for us going forward? What kind of problems can we start to solve if we embrace this deeper analysis? What's possible now?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the really exciting part because now we're talking about tackling really complex challenges. Like, imagine trying to optimize traffic flow in a city
Yeah.
or designing some kind of personalized medical treatment plan or even working towards those sustainable energy solutions everyone's talking about. These are big, complex problems, and they need that next level of analysis and strategy. And that's something that, traditional AI just hasn't been able to do.
So we're not just getting faster answers, we're getting smarter answers. It's like, it feels like these reasoning models are really, they're changing the game in terms of, well, in terms of what AI can actually do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole new world of
Yeah.
possibilities. And that's something I think we should all be thinking about. We're moving into this era of deeper, more thoughtful AI. So what other complex problems can we solve? What else can we explore now that we have these tools?
I love that. That's a great point to end on. So for everyone listening, the key takeaway here really is this. Reasoning models, they need us to think in a new way. We need to give them everything. We need to give them the complete context, clearly define what we want them to achieve, what the objectives are, and then we need to just be patient, let them do that deep analysis.
Yeah.
And if we can do that, then who knows what's possible, right? The potential here to solve problems we never even thought we could solve. It's huge. So that's something to think about. I think we've all got a lot to consider as we move into this new era of AI.